Let's pray. Father, I want to thank you for this great day. Thank you for this great meeting, Father. Lord, as you join this meeting, I pray, Lord, that you may come and take full control. Each and everything that we are going to be discussing, I pray, Lord, that you may take full control of it. I cover each and every person with your precious blood. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Firstly, I want to appreciate Mr. Stan, Brother Comrade, for bringing me on. I really appreciate you. And also, I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who made their self available to be here today. And I believe that we all will be blessed. My name is Lucky Macdonald. I'm from Nigeria, Imo State. And I am a humanitarian by the grace of God. And I also do a couple of things. I work with an organization which is VOG, Visions of God. It's a global movement. Actually, we are working with about 9 countries: Pakistan, Bangladesh, Dominican Republic, Bhutan, Jamaica. We are working with Philippines. We are working with Bhutan. We are working with Nigeria, which I am the representative here in Nigeria. So there are a lot of other things we are doing, and also I, have a little business which I do here, which I started sometime. I think I started it last year, and here am I today. So that's little about me. So if you still want to know more about me, I will. You are free to ask any question when the time comes. Faith over fear. Faith over fear. One thing you need to understand is that fear itself is a barrier, is a hindrance, and is a snatcher. Like, it's a destiny destroyer, is a destiny killer. So if you really want to achieve anything in life, you must, walk by faith and not by sight and not by fear. So that's one thing you need to understand. So, growing up, I came out from a very poor family, from a very, very poor family, that what so many people take for granted, we cannot afford. So that's why, growing up, I watched my parents struggle as local traders that harvest palm oil and vegetables to sell at the local markets. So they find it difficult to raise 10 children because we are 10 in number. I'm the 6th child. So they find it difficult to raise 10 kids, but was proud to raise us up in a Christian way and in the foundation of discipline and also faith to overcome any challenge, and also in the foundation of hard work. So that is where I draw my decision, that my decision came. So I thought it in mind to change my mindset. I have to, looking at the situation at hand, I took that decision that, no, I'm going to change my situation. I'm going to bring a change to my family. I want them to see another way of life, because there are so many things others take for granted, which we cannot afford, which is like clothing, medical care, like education, because I'm not a graduate. I did not go to school, but I worked on myself. If you really want to achieve your goal in life, there are so many things you need to deny of yourself. There are things you need to deny. You need to deny yourself of the things that seems important at the moment, and focusing on the things that are very, very important. Now, what do I mean by this? There are so many people that I have reached out to help them that are of age. I have reached out to them to be providing for them, but I have to listen to some of their stories, which made me to understand that so many of our elders out there, did not work on themselves, but they have to take pleasures of life. They have to take pleasures of life, thinking that pleasures of life is very important. It seems important at the moment, but it is not the most important. You must work on yourself. Now, reaching out to them, they told me a lot of stories which I learned from. So I have to start to work on myself. Giving me that thought, I started. I have a farm, an animal farm. How did I start this farm? I started it from grassroots, from nothing, but now I'm getting to something. So you must not despise the humble beginning, the small beginning. You must not despise it. So no one in life achieved success from the top. Everybody who made their way to the top started from somewhere. They all have stories to tell. So if you don't have a story to tell about your success, that means you got it elsewhere. It's not a genuine success. Are you getting me? So that's why you need not to despise the humble beginning. So I never despise the humble beginning, because we are poor, we can't afford things. So I have to start from somewhere. So I took that decision on myself, because watching my family passing through those challenges, I decided on myself that I'm going to change that situation. So changing that situation came to me to take the decision of starting with selling pure water. So I went for a December. We are in a December recreation. There's so many rich men, gather to celebrate. So I had to, because I love associating with people. So I had the privilege to go to some occasions where I had to speak to some people. Please, can you give me something? Let me just buy something. So I have to save those little money. I saved it and I started with it by acquiring myself a bag of pure water, and I sell on the streets. I began with that. It isn't easy from the beginning, but that is not my mindset. That is not what I want to do. That is not my vision, because my vision is greater than that. But I have to start from somewhere, because I have nothing. So that made me to start from there. I started selling and selling and selling and selling. And at a point, some people began to discourage me, some people, because in your life, whenever you take the bold step, whenever you take the decision to change your situation, when you take the decision there are so many people that will speak against what you have chosen to become. There are so many people that will come as a distraction. They will come speaking against what you have started. They will come, maybe they might come as relations, as relatives. I'm telling you, because I got a lot of discouragement, but I never gave up on those my dreams, because I have in mind that they cannot stop me. If they cannot stop me, I cannot stop myself. It is only us that can limit us. It is only us that can make ourselves poor. So many people that are poor is because they never change their mindset. So that's why I had to change my mindset. I took the boldness. I began to sell the pure water, and I saved a couple of money. And I had the vision to start this business that I started, which is the animal farm business. Now, how did it all started? It started from somewhere. So I have to raise a little money, and that money, I think it took me about 4 years to get a little money, about $500 or so. Now, it took me that period of years, and I have to use the money to get a piece of land that is not up to one plot. I got a half plot where I am planning to start. So I began with that, and because I don't have the knowledge of the farm that I want to get, so I have to work on myself to get the necessary knowledge. Are you getting me? You need to work on yourself to get the necessary knowledge, because there are some people who are there before you. There are some people whom you need to ask questions. So I have the privilege to meet one of the business owners, the farm business owners, and I met them. I have no money to pay for the knowledge, but there is something I did. I had to do something for collateral on how I can pay for it. Now, I told the man that, please, I want to have the knowledge on how I can start up this pig farming. Can you please help me? I can risk not receiving any payment, but just working for you for a month. Are you getting me? So I did that. I worked on the farm for a month without, giving the money, but I have to work to make sure that I'm serious of what I want to really get in life. So getting that helped me to acquire the knowledge, and I began to ask questions. And when I asked some questions, the man answered me all the whole questions, which I knew how to treat the animals. I knew how to give them the right food at the right time, so that I will not have any loss. So I began with that. And again, I have to also talk to some people whom I reach out to. Some people say that I cannot do it. And I talk to some people to support me. This is what I really want to achieve. This is what I want to do. I talk to a lot of people. Some of them never buy my idea. Some never listen to me. Some told me, some friends have to give up on me because of my vision. And I have no grudges in mind. I said, no problem. I surrender it. I have to give them that chance to give up on them. So I gave up on them, and I spoke with one. There is one man whom I shared my vision with, who is my mentor now. He's my mentor now over there in the US. That's how I started. I talked to him, and he said, okay, this is a nice, and I have to tell him on where I have gotten to, because I got a piece of land. So many people that want to support you are there to support you, but they must definitely see something you have done so far. So it's now left for you to take the bold step. It is you that can take the step before the help of others. You can now succeed. When you check in the Bible, something happened to the woman that had nothing, that the husband died and had nothing, but was left with a pot of oil. Something happened. Even the man of God, who is Elisha, asked her, what do you have? How can I help you? What do you have? So you must have something before people can help you, before there will be miracle in your life. There must be something you must have. That thing is your value. Then the woman replied, I have a pot of oil. And the prophet said, go into your house, borrow some other pots to make sure. And that is how miracle happened, because he got something. So God cannot bless anybody that is folding his or her hands. Are you getting me? God cannot bless anybody that is folding his or her hands. There must be something God will lay hold on to bless you. And another thing, there are so many things that can deprive you from getting where you want to get, which is number one, which is pride. When you have pride in you, it can limit you. Another thing is ignoring the humble beginning. When you ignore, you are wanting to start big because others are starting big, because you have seen friends starting big, and then you want to start big. Let me tell you, when you wait on that favorable moment, when you wait at that beautified moment, at that jollof moment, I call it jollof moment. When you wait on that jollof moment, I'm telling you, you're going to lose it and you're going to get old. That's why the Bible says that God resists the pride. God resists the pride, but giveth grace to the humble. So in your journey of life, there must be humility. In your journey to life, there must be something. You need to leave your ego. We all have that, but you need to let it go for you to get where you want, because there is something bigger than that. So that's why I decided on that. I spoke to my mentor, who said, okay, I don't have money, but I will help you because I have seen your mindset, because I have seen what you have. Now, he helped me out. My goal is to, to accomplishing what I want to get, because my vision was written down. You must write your vision down. You must pen it down. If you have a vision, you must pen it down. So my vision was penned down, and I showed, and I discussed with him, and he said, okay, I will help you, but I don't have the money to give you, but I will help you in GoFundMe. And you have to do a work. There is another work which I did, which is sharing my GoFundMe link, talking to people, telling them on what I want to do and how it can help other people. Are you getting me? So I started with that, and he did a GoFundMe. The money that I was to use to establish it is up to $50,000. But I did not, because I don't have that money. I have to start from somewhere. I told my mentor, don't put it 15,000, just make it 3,000. Let me start from somewhere. And he did that 3,000. Do you know what? I began to share. I did a video clip on what I have achieved, the land I have achieved, and some structures I have built, because I have not roofed it. And I begin to do some video clips. I wrote some motivational letters on people, so that when people read through, they can understand my vision and where I want to get to. So the distance between your journey to your destination goal is the amount of faith accumulated. I have faith. I believe on myself, and I believe in God who created me. I believe that I can do all things by him who strengthens me. That's why I never give up on my dream. Despite that, I have no support from my friends. I have no support from my family. But something happened when I began to talk with people. So you must know what you want. You must really know what you want. Then, coming to that, we started with the GoFundMe. It took me 2 years to achieve the GoFundMe. Are you getting me? To achieve the 3,000. So it took me a long month to achieve it, but I achieved it. How? So many people read my motivational and watched my video clips, and they said, wow, this is amazing. I remember a man from Canada who said, because of what you have done, I've never seen a young guy that have done what you've done. I am supporting you with 600 USD. And he did it. I was shocked. And my family was doubting me. How is this going to happen? But I believe that it will surely happen someday. And it happened. That's how I got to roof where I am right now. I got to roof the structures. I got the land. I roofed the structures. I got the water well. That is how and right now I started with 10 pigs. Right now, I have made about 80 something pigs in my farm. Last year, I sold about 64 pigs. And I have to reinvest on the farm with the profit that I got. I reinvested on the farm. And right now, I am building about 20 rooms. Though I have not gotten to that final level that I am aiming, but I started from somewhere, and I know where God have brought me to, and I know where I am heading to. I know my vision. So no one can discourage me. No one can tell me that I should stop what I'm doing. Because if you try to listen to backbiters, if you try to listen to the people that will discourage you, I'm telling you, you will lose it all. Another thing that can make you not to achieve what you want to achieve is comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others, comparison. You have to believe on yourself. You have to believe in the little thing. Let me tell you, I remember reading in the Bible, somebody that was given a talent, one talent. He never saw victory in that seed. He never saw great forest with that seed. But he began to speak evil about the one talent that was given to him. And he went ahead and dug it and said, you want to, and was talking to the master that he want to reap where he did not sow. You know, there are so many things. You, in your little beginning, you must dream big, you must think big, but you have to start from small. You must have to start from humble, from somewhere. So he never saw greatness in that little talent, in that one talent, but other ones made themselves extra gifts and they gave an account of it. That's why we need to be careful with our life. We need to be careful. You know, another thing that can make someone not to achieve what he or she want to achieve in life is procrastination. You really want this and you are procrastinating. You are telling yourself that, do I really think that I will achieve this? Okay, let me leave it till next year. Maybe I can get enough money. Let me leave it till next 2 years. Maybe I can get, no, you must start from somewhere. You must start from somewhere. That will definitely help you, because when you start from somewhere, I remember the Bible says when Jesus was born, something happened in the time of Adam and Eve. Adam was created a huge man and failed on the process. But Christ came, started from scratch, started as a child. And the Bible said in Luke chapter 2, verse 40, and he said, the child grew and was strong in spirit and was filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. Are you getting me? So even in your starting, Christ also demand what? Demand increase. He said you will increase and you will prosper even as your soul prospereth. So he demands increase. So even in your starting small, there are a lot of things you will learn in that process. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. You will definitely get it one day. You will definitely get to the top one day. I remember there are so many people who began their ministry. You want to become a minister. So many people began their ministry with one member. Some started with their family. But right now, so many people that began from there had testimonies that there was a time I began with my family, and now I have 15,000 members. That is growth. God demands growth from you. And again, there are so many. You must your dream is beyond dreaming. It requires a manifestation. It requires work. You must put to work. That's why the Bible says that faith without work is a dead faith. So for you to conquer fear, there must be a lot of work done in the process. Now, I told you that I did a lot of research on my own. I have to work for 1 month free of charge, without payment, to acquire knowledge. I did some research online and I got connected with some people online who supported my vision. Remember, not everybody will support you. There must be some, but while talking to others, you don't have to give up in talking, because a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So you don't have to stop talking. So you must keep talking, keep sharing, keep telling them about your vision, but mind the people you tell your vision to. Mind the people you share your dream to, because there are some people who are there to weigh you down. There are people who are there to destroy you, to tear you apart. That's why in all your getting, get wisdom and also walk with God. Have a relationship with God. I remember when I was frustrated in life, the time I started the pure water selling, before I got to where I am today. I remember when I was talking to God, I told God, Lord, this is not why you called me here on earth. Are you getting me? I reminded God, not that he has forgotten, but you need to remind him. I told him that, Lord, this is not where you have called me. This is not what you have called me. I know you called me not to look for an assignment or to search for an assignment, but you called me to fulfill an assignment. Let it be known unto me. Connect me with the right people. I began to pray. You have to pray for God to order your footstep and take action. And let me tell you, when you take action, then God will look at you and say, my son, you have gone so far. I remember reading Psalm, he said in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 10, he says, for he knows you have suffered a while, that he will establish you, he will strengthen you, and he will settle you. Are you getting me? He has seen, he knows that you have done lots. You have come from somewhere. Then I remember someone speaking to me that I was in my prayer closet and God ministered to me to give you some money because of your vision. Someone told me direct, not that I requested. I never shared that with him, but he told me that he was in his prayer closet and God ministered to him. So in your absence, God is working, but he must see something you have done so far for him to work in your life, for him to connect you with the right people. And right now, I can testify, I am attesting to that my life is an exemplary to people that are looking up to me. I remember sharing my vision free. I know people that have reached out to me, please, I want to learn how you did it. I want to really know and understand how I can do this. Are you getting me? People will reach out to you. That's why you don't have to give up on your dream, on your vision. Despite the hypocrites, despite the conspiracies, despite people speaking against it, don't give up, because there are so many destinies that are attached to yours. If you give up on your dreams, if you give up on your destinies, so many destinies will die. That's why you don't have to give up. Even when all hope is lost, I am assuring you, don't give up. Hope will come, because you will look back and you will say, of a truth, I have gone far, and thank God for where. And again, you have to be appreciative. You have to always thank God of every day. You have to thank God from where you have come to where you are. And again, you must stop speaking to the wrong people. Have the mindset to speak to the right people. And I believe you will be blessed if you put these things into work, and your faith will conquer your fears. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. You're so humble, and yes, there's a lot that you did speak about. Maybe Stanley, before you come in, I just have something to share with everyone here. What Mr. Lucky talked about, most of you who have read our Think to Prosper book, he's talking about side. There's something that I quoted down. He said, I had to meet one of the business owners. I wanted to start up a farm and worked for 1 month without even any pay. They were not paying him, but what was his intention? What was the main reason for him working without pay? It is because he wanted to learn. So we say, seek wise counsel. How do you seek wise counsel? This is wise counsel. Lucky going to someone's farm to work for free. He's seeking for knowledge, so he's seeking for that wise counsel. And the side 3 of our logic diet talks about that. So if you don't know about the logic diet, I'll still tell you that you need to visit our website. educationalmissions.org, where you can get more information about this. You can also visit our YouTube channel, which is Educational Missions. So you'll see very many videos about the logic die. There are videos of the logic die where Stanley was talking about the logic die, Simon, I, and other people. So yes, you'll need to visit our website and our YouTube channel to get more information about the logic die. And yes, if you need a Think to Prosper book, let me just show you one of the books for Think to Prosper. When I say Think to Prosper book, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Think to Prosper book. You can have one for yourself. Today, Edwin took one from me, and he told me one of the friends wanted a book. And if you want a hard copy here in Uganda, you can get it from me. If you want a soft copy, please just visit our website, educationalmissions.org, and go to ACENThinkers.org. You can be able to download the book, or you can just directly type in ACENThinkers.org. You'll be able to download this book, the whole of it, and you'll be able to read it. You'll know about side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, and side 6 of the logic die. Thank you so very much.
All right, thank you for sharing that, Conrad. I appreciate it very much. All of us need that. I'm going to change Lucky's name from being Lucky, okay, to being disciplined and determined, okay? He's really has been successful because he's disciplined himself. He's been determined. You know, he started off and he talked like many people, okay, did not work on themselves, okay? Instead, they took the pleasures of life. And that's where we fail so many times, is that when we work, a lot of times we work for somebody else, okay? And because we earn some money, we work for somebody else. We think we've done everything that we needed to do. But in reality, we need to be working on ourselves, even though we go and we work for somebody else to collect a little bit of money so that we can buy groceries and take care of our families and things. But that's working to help somebody else achieve their goals, their vision, okay? What Lucky had did, or, you know, Mr. Determination had done, was to take in to work on himself, okay? He literally began to work on himself, and is so encouraging that, you know, that he went 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. He had a goal. He had very specific thought in mind, and he didn't give up, okay? And that's another key to his success, is that he didn't give up. And he continues to, he's still not where he wants to be, but he's a lot further. He's way down the road. He's accomplished a lot of things because of that determination and because he didn't give up. One of the things that I like that Lucky had said, and I thought was very important, was selling, or sell. He'd gotten a little thing that he could begin to sell on the street, right? So he started where he was at. And that's the key. We have to start right where we're at this given moment in time, okay? So he didn't feel bad about humble beginnings, okay? He started where he was at and began doing what he could do at that moment in time. And that's all any of us can do, right? That's all any of us can do. But we can't allow ourselves to get discouraged. Now, the other thing, he mentioned a bunch of things, but one of the things that happens sometimes is that we will allow our relatives, okay, or our so-called friends or people that are associated with us to sort of what I'd call rain on our parade, okay, or discourage us, or not to believe in us in the way that we believe in ourselves, okay? So sometimes even when the people that are close to us don't believe in ourselves, we've got to push on and believe in ourselves. We've got to continue to go on. I see Eddie Jack just, you know, shaking his head, yes, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that said to him, why are you doing that? Why are you wasting your time with the pencil drawing paper? Okay, well, you should be out here getting a real job, all right? But in reality, he didn't give up, all right? He didn't give up on himself, and that's what makes the difference, guys. That's what makes the difference. Is each one of these testimonies that we've heard, that people has pressed on, and they've been careful on the friends that they listen to, you know, the friends they listen to. Something else, like he said, that he did, he needed to gain some knowledge, okay? He needed to gain understanding of being a farmer. And so he bartered his time, he traded his time for that education that he received, okay? And because he was willing to do that, he began to learn the things. And those people that you do that to, they're willing to help him because they saw his progress. They saw, well, he started down here, but then he made this improvement, he made this improvement, he made this improvement, he made this improvement, that he was moving forward, okay? Lucky also shared with us that he had a vision and that he made it clear. You know, the scriptures say, if you have a vision, make it clear. Understand what it is, where you want to go, what it is that you want to accomplish. If you look at Conrad, you can see that Conrad has achieved what he's achieved because he has a clear vision. All you have to do is go to the office and look at the windows there, and you can see that Conrad had a clear vision of where he wanted to go and what he wants to accomplish, just as each one of you have had that has helped you to be successful in the past. And that he wrote it down, okay, that he wrote it down. And through his journey, even though he started very humble, he kept faith in himself in the process, okay? You have to have faith. He said to us, you know, the scriptures say, without faith, without works, faith is dead, okay? Without works, faith is dead. That means you got to put some action to it. Whether you see anything or don't see anything, you got to put that action to it and make things happen and continue to move forward. What a blessing that is. I see we have a couple more people that just joined us. That is good. Something that Eddie Jack had said to us, Mr. Brian had said to us, and I think a couple of other people have said to us in the past is mindset. Okay. Having our mind set, changing our mindset. Okay. When we need to change our mindset, because there is times that we need to take and change our mindset so that we can accomplish the things that we want. Being aware of what our mindset is. A lot of times we don't even realize, unless we take time to consider where we're at, we don't realize the mindset that we have. And so we've got to be cautious to be able to change our mindset and improve that. And that comes from being around the right people so much of the time and being able to enforce that. And then I guess the last thing that I'll say is a closed mouth is a closed vision. I thought that was very interesting in that you had shared with us that we've got to have this, we've got to be open. We've got to share our vision. We got to share our dream. We've got to speak it out of our mouth, you know. Out of the scriptures say that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh, right? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And that's literally what we have to do, is we have to take and have that vision down into our hearts. We've got to begin to speak it out of our hearts. And even if it's only for us to hear, okay? Even if it's only for us to hear, we have to consistently reinforce that belief in ourselves and the things that we want to accomplish. And that will help us to get where we're at and where we're going to go. We've got about 15 minutes here, guys, and I appreciate y'all. I see a bunch of folks coming in. Thank you so very kindly here for coming in, guys. Simon, if you're there, Simon is going to share with us, because Simon ran with this thing from the very beginning and has taken this vision and has helped to achieve it. He's got a good school going on now. Simon, are you there right now? I see you're still online.
Greetings, everyone. Sorry for the network problem, but I think my network is okay now. I want to send my greetings to each and every person who is present here. For the last 2 weeks, I've been missing these meetings, and I never wanted to miss, but I was, caught up. Yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update about myself. Some of you, it's your first time, seeing me or meeting me. My name is Okema Simon, all the way from Gulu. I got to meet Mr. San like way back in 2008 there. But by then I was, a young boy, and, I couldn't communicate so much with him until in 2014, 18, that's when we started communicating more. I was in high school. He introduced me to one of his books called, How to Do the Impossibles. So when I read the book, I started developing a lot of ideas. I had lots of plans in my mind because, the book really boosted my mind, really boosted my understanding. Although I had this idea of starting up a community center in my school, but I didn't have any money with me. So we started, with meeting this community members under a tree. So we started from one of the mango tree in my village. I started talking to these people. I started sharing with them my ideas, what I want to do for the village. And many of them bought my idea, though it was not something easy. So many of them interested in what I want to do, but they all didn't have money. I told them, if you want this thing to get up, let's start making bricks. If we can, make more bricks, it will make our dream come true. So they started making bricks one by one, and they made over, 20,000 bricks. But I didn't really have, money to buy the cement, the sand, to transport all that materials at the building site. So I started, looking around who can help me. But like many times, I went to very many people, and I told them my ideas, and many of them never bought my idea. Many of them, never bought the idea. They liked it, but they were not doing well financially. But I never lost hope. I started, talking to different people, and until there's some other people who got interested in what I was doing. They started giving me some money for buying, cement, and little by little, we started the foundation of the classroom. I think it took about 3 months. The classroom was up. These children from this community were very excited because, it was something that they never expected that would, be done in that village. We started doing this, and after some time, we started registering many number of children, but our classroom was limited, So I called them back again. I told them, as you parents can see, we are out of classrooms. What can we do? Can we still make more bricks again so that we can, get up in building more bricks, in building more classrooms? So I talked to them, and many of them, bought my idea because I was doing the right thing for them. So they all came together. This time I wanted to make a bigger classroom because I was having about 300 children coming to the school. So this time the parents made about 40,000 bricks. 40,000 bricks. I couldn't believe that these guys made such a number of bricks. So when they made these bricks, I started doing what I usually used to do, looking around for people who can help with cement and others, like cement, sand, and all that. So when they saw what I've been doing, the testimonies I've been giving them, they bought ideas, and these guys started giving in, money to buy bricks, money to buy more bricks, money to buy more cement, money to buy for transport. And little by little we started working on the new classroom. Like right now, I think in 2 days' time, we are going to start roofing the new block of classroom. But all started from nowhere. When I met Mr. San, when we just started talking, I think I was only like 20 years by then. But I had something. I had a very big dream in my mind. I have a very big heart for my people because, people from the northern part of Uganda here went through a lot, and many of them had lost hope. So I was trying, to bring back their hope. Actually, I think in all of northern Uganda, this is the only school that is giving free education to over 300 children. We give them free education. We give the children free food because I really want them, like in future, I want them to be some people who, in future, they will be able to help other people like we are doing them, that like we are helping them at this moment, But I'm saying the school is growing. Many children are coming. parents like what I've been doing. I'm just so excited to see Pastor Christopher there. He was one of the people, one of the students, I talked to about, the book when I was still at school, like at Yale High School. He was one of the children, the students who sat in my class. I told them, I gave them some copies of the book. But like right now, as I talk, he's somewhere. He's a married man. He's having something that is doing. Many of the children, many of the students we were with right now, they're off track. But I'm happy that when I talked to Christopher, he understood what I was talking about, what I was, telling him about. When he read the book, he felt that the book can do something for him. So as I talk, when I see him, it really makes me so happy. So Mr. San, I want to say thank you so very much for this, this book, you wrote. When I just saw it, when the first time I saw this book, I thought it was nothing until when I started opening it, I started reading it page by page. I saw something big in the book. Like right now, I've been able to talk to different people, different, as I talk right now, there are lots of people who have benefited from our teaching. When you came to Uganda, you went to different schools. Many of the students have been calling because the first book we wrote, it had my contact in it. So many of these children could call me and they could appreciate me for the book. The book, when you just read it and you don't understand what is in it, it will not mean anything to you. But when you know what each side of the dice means, that can give you something. It can boost your mind. So I'm so excited. I think I'll be able to send Mr. Conrad and Mr. Stan more of the pictures of what is going on at our school. And yeah, you will not believe it, Mr. Stan, when you come back to see what you saw like 7 years ago. You won't believe, what is going on at the moment. So with the book, I'm a young guy. When I read the book, it gave me a lot of confidence. I wanted to join politics, but I was a young guy, but I felt like I could, make a good one. So when I told the people about my idea of coming to, of becoming a politician, many of them bought the idea, and they really liked me. I did my campaign for only 1 week, but when the day of election came, I won the people who had lots of money. I won them in over 500 votes. And these guys were older than me, but the people around believed in me. They saw what, they saw something big in me. So that's why they trusted me with their vote. Like right now, I'm making sure the roads in their places are good, making sure they're getting good services from the government. This all started because I read this book. Because if I had not read the book, I don't think whether, I would be where I am at the moment. So thank you so very much, Mr. San.
Simon, I appreciate you saying that. It's not actually, well, the book may have been helpful, but it was you taking action. Okay. There's lots of people that have read the book, and it's about us taking action. It's because you took action, because you developed the dream. And the book is just designed to sort of give you a little roadmap or a little system to help you to put things into action. But it's because you took action, because Lucky took action, because each person that's on this, you've taken action, and that action has moved you forward. One thing that you said that's very, very important, I want everybody on this to remember, okay? Simon went to many people and shared his ideas, and lots of them did not buy in, okay? But he didn't stop, okay? Just because, you talk to somebody and they don't encourage you right away, you talk to the next person, you talk to the next person, you talk to the next person. And that's what Simon has done. That's what each one of you have to do to be successful, is you just keep pressing on and pressing on and pressing on. Now, I noticed that Conrad put into the chat area our website, our YouTube channel, which is there, which all of these things will pop into. He has also placed in there the Einstein Thinkers, where you can download a free copy of that book. If you don't have one, you want to do that. And then I've seen several people, including Lucky, encourage us to invite our friends into to come and cause this thing to continually build from week to week, the number of people that are here and visit with us. And so I'm going to encourage you to do that. We are 12 minutes after 12. And so, my time, it's after 7 your time. So I appreciate everybody being here. Is there any final words that we need to cover, Mr. Conway?
Wow, thank you so much. Congratulations so much for organizing this meeting always. I request that I speak when the video is not on. Is it fine?
Yes, it is okay. Though when we are editing this video, we can't be able to see your name and we won't be able to see you. So if you can put on your video, well and good. If you can't, it's still fine.
It is okay. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, I really appreciate the presenters of today. It was an amazing meeting because they have spoken wisdom to us, and I really appreciate it. Otherwise, it is something that you have brought to us so that we can unlearn new things. Because I know if you want to be a better person, you must learn and you must unlearn some things. And you cannot learn from a person who is not above you. You cannot learn from somebody who is not informed. It is a powerful thing. So there are things which I have gone to ensure that I can learn something from this side. I really appreciate my brother Macdonald. He's an amazing man. This one, if you want to be a successful person, you must keep on pressing, keep on pressing, you keep on moving. The successful people we are seeing, they were not quitters. They didn't quit. Something, you can see a successful person and you think this person did not meet challenges. Recently, I was hearing somebody where he said some statement. Somebody asked me a question that, were you a humble man? The person whom I thought was going to say, yes, I was a humble man, he said I was not a humble man. Why? He said like that. He said he's not a humble man because the situation has done what? Has humbled him. So it means this world, it is for people who keep on passing in very many challenges, and the challenge they do what? They humble you. And as in the process of humbling you, you have done great things, you have something to tell people, you have some testimony to tell people, but I must tell you that the world is not smooth, that everything must be smooth. It is on a straight road like that one. It's not like that one. The world is not like that one. So Macdonald, I really appreciate the heart you're having. Really, if all youthful people, they can be like that one, the world can as well be a better place to live in. I have some few quotes which I wanted to say in overcoming fear. As Ed said, you must convince yourself 100%. If you cannot convince yourself that this is the thing I can do, this is the capacity I'm having, then this is what I want to do, and you feel like somebody can advise you, somebody can guide you, then you need to know that somebody has his own mindset, this person has his own thinking, so they can mislead you. So there must be an inner man who can easily try who can convince you that inside you. You see the challenge, some people maybe will look outside ourselves, but there is what God has created you, the inside man. The moment you focus on the inside man and hear what he's saying, there is something you can easily do which will be unique. Yeah. And as the topic was saying, overcoming fear, we shouldn't be fearing, because as in the area message which I said, God created a unique man and created a complete man. In creation, God never thought that this person should be dependent on another person. No, God created a complete person. So if you hear what is in you, what your spirit is telling you that you can do this one, I must tell you that you're going to do a unique thing, you're going to do amazing things, and you'll be a successful person. I need to say that in overcoming fear, sometimes there are resistances you are going to be meeting here and there, but they are overcome. In that this statement, which I'm going to say here, sometimes in the process you suffer, sometimes you do what, but this experience, they can as well continue teaching you something. Because think about that, you didn't meet any challenge in life. What will you be telling your children? What you will be telling your person? Would you be telling that everything I was moving on smooth or on a silver plate? It will not happen like that one. So I want to make this statement where I say nothing is interesting if you are not interested. Nothing is interesting if you are not interested. I must say that Mr. Macdonald did something because is interested in something, and there are many resistances. Is it what he met on the way? Many people despised him. Many people said you cannot. But Macdonald said, I can easily do what I can do it because he was interested in something. And but why he's doing or what he's doing? Some people they were like, now why are you keeping pigs? Can't you see cows? Can't you see goats? People they may have said all sorts of things, but for him he thought this is the best thing he can as well do, and he did it, and he's telling he's a successful person. No suffering can prevent us from reaching our goals. You may suffer on the way, but as you are suffering, know that they justifies the meaning. What you are passing through here, what you are passing through here, but focus at the what at the end. In overcoming the fear, you need to record what this thing. I want to read one scripture, which is in the book of 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. You need to record that scripture where I think you are going to read it later. I'm trying to hurry because there are many things which I wanted to talk about too, but I am trying to compress them in 1, 2, 3 minutes. First Timothy chapter 2, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. It says, chapter 1, verse 7. For God did not give us the spirit of timidity. Now, many people, they may despise us here and there, but as I've said, that God has created a complete man. God did not put fear in you. So in most cases, if you find that you are fearing to address some issue, to attack some idea, you see that I need to do it like this one, start on that business. Some of these guys who are not married start on that relationship. There are people who are still fearing relationship because they are fearing that the girls are going to ask for money from them. You need to overcome those fears, and knowing that God created a man and that this fear is not in you, it shouldn't be in you. So when you find you are fearing, you know that you are on your own. You know, we have the government of devil and we have the government of God. So you need to choose the government you should be what you should be in. If God is saying that he has given you the spirit of, he has not given you the spirit of, he has given you the spirit or he has given us and love and of a sound mind. Of the Bible I'm reading, it says he has given you the spirit of power and love and a calm and well-balanced mind and discipline and self-control. That's what God has put in you. So why should you fear doing anything? I must tell you that God has given you all the abilities and the capabilities to do great things on this earth. You must convince yourself. Then in starting that business, as my brother talked about, don't despise the power of a humble beginning. This business, some of us, we have failed to do business because we want to start big. Let me tell you, if you start big, you will become small. But if you start small, you become big. These people you are seeing, this Macdonald, if like you can hear your predecessor, like the person who has that name. I think Macdonald is a big man somewhere there. Why isn't this? I don't know. But if you go and ask him, he did not tell, he can't say that he began with many things. He must have begun from a small thing. I must tell you that one. If you see somebody like doing big things here and there, in most cases, those people, they are not successful. Because if you get an embarrassment, one or the other, like those people are starting big, they go to the bank and they get loans, millions and millions. If you get an embarrassment and that business does not do what, does not work out, let me tell you, you will kill yourself. If like you have gone to the bank and you have got like 100 million, you say that you are going to start maybe which business that is going to be bring maybe like 2 million per day as profit. If it happens and it does not work out, automatically you will die. But think about like, let me start rearing my hens, 5 hens, 3 hens, they start bringing eggs, start selling. You can easily start understanding the art of how this business can easily move, how you can balance the profit. And in the future, let me tell you, my friend, you have a testimony than being disappointed by that business. Let us start small and you grow big. And let's not copy from our friends here and there. Some of us have advised that's wrongly. And we either think that we can as well be like them. You think that I have a car, I can drive. You think maybe I have this one, my life stays like this one. You think you can be like me. My friend, I'm passing in very many hard things. If you can easily come into my shoe, my friend, you even not spend there even a day, or you will not spend there an hour. So in this say that let us see how we can as well believe in ourselves. We continue learning and learning new things. I am telling you, you'll be a successful person. That fear will just continue dying and continue dying. I want to talk about something like if you are in fear, if you are doing things in fear, most of the time you are fearing this one, fearing here, anxiety from here, you cannot think well. You cannot think well, good idea can come out you because you are in fear. Anxiety is high. Your brain will not work. And my focus has been on the mindset of a person. If you want to think well, you want to do big things, you must think well. You must sleep well. You must create some environment where you need to do what to make sure that your brain can as well give you good things. See the people you are listening to, if the person is a drunkard, why should you be with that person? If because you're not believing in him, why should you be with him? The person who doesn't believe in your vision, the person who doesn't believe in you, don't be with that person. That's the wrong person. And at the end of the day, you find yourself having few friends. You'll be having some few friends because that is right, that is okay, everything is okay. Don't look for very many friends, don't look for crowds. A person who does not believe in your thinking, who does not believe in your vision, who doesn't believe in what you do, that person is not your friend. Actually, he's a killer. I must tell you that person who can believe in you, who can trust in you, that everything you say, this person can follow you. Let us have followers who can as well think the way we think, who can as well follow our vision, who can follow our thinking. I am telling you, by doing that one, the world will be a better place to live in. I am sorry I've taken a few minutes because I put something I've seen which I've not talked about, but it's very fine. You cannot finish everything. So Mr. Conrad, we shall plan, and I have something to say for like 30 minutes, and God will continue blessing us. Thank you so much, Mr. Stanley.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brian. I appreciate it so kindly.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Innocent, and this is my first time here. Hope everyone is doing well. Right now, I'm in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, and I'm working in an oil and gas company. But first and foremost, I want to thank my brother, Conrad Leonard, who come from far. Since high school, he's my OB, who turned out to be a brother. He's one guy, I think I don't hide anything from him. When things go tough on me here, he always tells me, I think you're suffering. Come back home, we do something. I'm like, no, just like my brother Lucky said, you don't have to fold your hands waiting on God to help you. You have to work and pray. And just as Conrad always says, prayer doesn't lie. You'll not just pray and be in your comfort zone waiting on God to help you. You all have to work. And I want to thank Mr. Stanley. I always see your work on Facebook, and most of the time Conrad sharing your work.
Well,
At times, hide in and go through the work. Some good work, we think to prosper. Just that I always have time to come on here. Just that today maybe is the day that the Lord has made. Because now I always work night shift. It's always hard for me to be with you guys on this platform. But I pray that I get more time to share with you guys. Because today has really been a blessed day. Because you guys have shared really knowledge. I just pray I get more time, and we learn from one another. I want to appreciate everyone who has shared with us today. And we look up to more of such sharing, knowledge, and learning from one another. Thanks to Conrad Leonard. I'm here because of you, brother. May God bless you all.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate you being here. We're going to go. We're going to encourage everybody to look at the website, okay, educationalmissions.com, and spend some time there to figure out what educational thing that you would need. And then we need feedback, okay? We need you to tell us what you want us to do to help serve you better, because our goal is to be able to help you to accomplish your goals. And everything is about you taking charge of you, but we'll try to provide the educational information that you need to be able to do that. So thank you, guys. With that, we're going to say have a great week. We look forward to seeing everybody on next Tuesday, and check out the website, send us some emails. We'll be happy to communicate with you guys. And if anybody wants to speak to me personally, okay, I need to have a clear understanding of what your goal is before we get into in-depth conversations. I really need to know where you're at, where you're going, and then I will be able to better, know and be a part of helping you to achieve what you want to achieve. Alrighty, any final words there, Mr. Conrad?
From my side, I'll just say good night to all.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.